Hello everybody, this is Albert with the Green Tea House. I hope you're doing well today. Today we're going to talk about what's my favorite tea or category of tea and why it is. Now before I begin, if you're new to this channel, please check out the previous episodes. I'll put some banners in here, especially on the What Is playlist, which is kind of the fundamentals of tea. So what is my favorite tea? Now we're not going to include the tisanes or herbals because by definition they're really not teas. So we're going to look at the 6 categories of teas that come from the Camellia sinensis plant. So as we mentioned before, this is green, white, yellow, which is very rare here in America to get, black, oolong, and pu'er. I'm currently drinking a pu'er. I would show it to you, but it might tip over. I drink more pu'er or the dark teas during the winter. But it's not my favorite tea. It's probably number 2. My favorite tea is oolong, and there's a lot of reasons for this. So I'll put a banner for oolong in here. Oolong requires the most craftsmanship from tea masters, and why is that? Green tea I love, and don't get me wrong, I love all the tea, but green tea is pretty much plucked, and then they kill green it, and then they're going to roll it and do all the special things. But there's not as much preparation. Black tea and white tea is the same. Green and white, very not really messed with. White tea is oxidized, only about 5%. Green tea is not oxidized at all. Then you look at the other side of the spectrum, black tea is fully oxidized, and pu'er is pretty much fully oxidized, and it's fermented, so it's a probiotic drink. Oolong is in that middle category. So with oolong, I get anywhere from about 10% to 50% oxidized, so the lightly ones, and we sell a couple of these, like we have a Magnolia oolong, sometimes seasonally we might have a Alishan, a Dongding. These are very famous Taiwanese oolongs. Those are lightly oxidized, and then you go, and so those tastes are gonna be more floral, more fruity, kind of more toward the green. And then you can run the gamut to the other side, which is 70% oxidized, and these are going to taste more like the blacks. So taste profile, like if I was stuck in a desert island and I can only drink one of the 6 teas, I'd probably pick oolong because I'm just getting more taste profiles out of oolong than the other ones. And don't get me wrong, I mean, look, a Chinese green tastes different than a Japanese green. And a Chinese black can taste different than an India or Kenya black. But as a whole, oolong is just a wide range of taste. The other thing I like about oolong, as I mentioned, the tea masters really have to hone their craft. So if you look at all the teas, the tea masters really have to know what they're doing with oolong, because through the process of bruising, and we talked about in the oolong episode, they have to oxidize it to where they want it to be. And if they overdo it or underdo it, it's not going to be whatever that tea master's cultivar is, or their brand, so to speak. So there takes a lot of effort and a lot of knowledge on how to do the oolong. I also like how they prepare and how they roll it. We've shown the video. I'll put it here too. How they put it in the old school way, at least, is they put it in the cotton things and they turn it. The other thing I love about oolong is just we talked about in the episode, like use all your senses to optimize your tea experience. Oolong, the way it's prepared when it's dry is fascinating, right? It's really tight. It's got the little tail. It's very compressed. And then when you throw it in your whatever you're using, I like to think you use a Kyushu or something that's a little more traditional, but whatever you throw it in, those leaves just open up, and it's just, so you see this like one little tea leaf, and then it just opens up and you get to see the whole tea leaf. And you really don't get that in a lot of the other teas. I mean, you look at white tea, you steep it looks the same before as it's the same after. But really with the oolong, I just love the before and after transformation that you really lack from the other teas. And so you get that visual component that I really like, and then the textual component when you touch the before and after. So these are some reasons why oolong is my favorite. I think the number one reason is just kind of the before and after, and then the obvious one is just the taste profile runs the gamut more than the other teas. Guys, post in the comments. I'd like to hear from you. What's your favorite tea? Do you like oolong? And again, check out the website to see what oolongs we have in stock. Until next time, take care. God bless and pray.